So let's talk about bringing some challenge back to Sims 4 with my difficulty mod. I have been so mean to Sims this week while I was working on making The Sims 4 a better game for people like me. I have to say it was interesting, but I have some really cool things to share with you that are now in my difficulty mod, and I'm excited for all I have learned. Some of you guys give really good feedback, like should a toddler hate daddy even though daddy's nice? Probably not. So the first things I'll touch on are friendships and relationships. This was the number one thing you guys said you wish had more depth, and we're not there yet, but we sure did some good, I think. First, let's talk about friendship. I found a minor purpose for it that adds some depth. Sims who are your friends give you near normal social gains while chit-chatting with some random with a, "How are you? Good, how are you?" That's not going to do much to fulfill your Sims' needs. So friends are worth keeping to give your Sims a means of avoiding loneliness. Sims who are not your friends are going to be a lot less forgiving when your Sim acts like a jackass. Failing socials with them will drop your relationship a bit harder, and it takes time to make someone a friend because the gains are also reduced. But because of that toddler thing, the penalties are reduced a lot and gains are better for Sims that are family and friends. I didn't bother with romance. Your girlfriend can think you're a jackass, but a wife might be a bit more forgiving and counts as family. Just to refresh people on incomes and bills, you will find income is halved and bills are nearly doubled. To the person who asked, no, this is not the same as cutting income to 25%. You make money all week. This is to force you to think a little bit about what you want to buy and force you to budget. Building a house or improving your kitchen will take a lot of work. Getting wealthy will probably be more of a generational thing unless focusing on wealth is all you do. Career gains are slashed by 40%, meaning you will not likely ever get promoted in one day. Sims will take time to climb the career ladders, and that's a good thing. I honestly wish it were this way because it feels more important to get your Sim to work in a good mood. I also wouldn't skip work because you're gonna lose a ton of performance. Earn your paid time off and use it. Now, before you trash me over that whole relationships thing, let's discuss something. Logic and charisma are very boring skills to me. I've made it so that having charisma will offset your Sim's losses when talking to others and improve their gains a little tiny bit with each level you gain. Also, Sims who have high charisma will take less penalties when they do miss work. Logic is a very weak skill in Sims 4, so I've given it a purpose in careers. Being intelligent and logical should help in any career track, so that's what it does. For every level your Sim gains, they'll get just a bit more career performance out of their logic. The charisma and logic changes will not get you to base game levels of relationships and careers, but the goal is to offset the penalty for some of the work you've put into those. I told you guys about the double strength emotions last time, so I won't get into it too much, but I did take your awesome feedback and make strong moodlets not double in strength. They just add +1 now. The small and weak moods that don't make any sense are our targets because they contribute a lot to Sims feeling emotion. Those have double strength and duration, and those moodlets that are huge have a much longer duration. So your Sim will actually grieve a while when someone dies. There are so many things I hate. I hate when Sims sniff. And I hate they do things like slip on ice and fall in the mud too often. These routing events get really repetitive, so I cut the chance they occur to only 25% of normal. So you'll have 4 times less sniffing and stepping in dog poo. I also took away your camera trick. You won't be getting any friendship from snapping 5 photos, and I suggest you don't, because I coded in a tiny slap on the wrist that isn't enough to discourage taking photos, but will stop you from bothering to exploit this. Tiny living. That stupid tiny home skill gain, emotional boost, and relationship success chance have been slashed. But I left a part of the bonuses intact because it makes sense a little bit, but most of what they did had no point. You know those birds in cottage living and the dust bunnies? Yeah, they've been nerfed a lot. I can't believe you could ask a bunny for help every half hour or so, but I made it more like 6 hours. The birds only give gifts every 3 days instead of every single day, which might discourage my completely goofy playstyle with that pack. Some of you guys told me how every sim and pet you know that dies causes way too strong of a buff even without my mod. So I slashed the death of an acquaintance buff to be more reasonable. It's gone within a day and is only +2 with the mod installed. It should make you a little sad but not run your week. Huge props to Lot 51, Ravasheen, and Twisted Mexi for helping me learn how Sims 4 works. They all have some really cool new stuff I think you should know about. Lot 51's site is a great resource if you're learning to mod, but of course he also makes them. His Ding and Ditch smart doorbell mod is new and has several unique functions. The Pancake one made animations for and ensured that Sims will always be able to reach the doorbell. You can set it with the lights to any room and actually get a visual notice that the doorbell is working, which is really cool. Makes me wonder, why doesn't this game have doorbells? Well, they do now. Ravasheen's latest creation just came out today, actually. It took her 3 months, but she's got a new retail mod that is fully base game compatible that will allow you to create a store in your home, or one your sim can shop at. The mod allows you to place a little sign on surfaces to set items for sale, or use the open and close sign to give your sim the business owner trait, and they can sell almost literally anything. This really is an amazing piece of work. Something I really like is you don't have to haggle customers to make money, and you don't actually have to do all that pesky restocking. You'll be charged a fee automatically. I've already mentioned Twisted Mexi's awesome creative world. Truth be told, it deserves its own video, but I'm waiting on it to come out of alpha so that it will be available to more players. It's a marvel that took a whopping 2 years to make, and it's going to massively expand the creative opportunities in Sims 4 for people who love to build. All 3 of these modders were helpful in their own ways. I do a lot on my own, but they really did me some good when I got stuck, and they're all very talented creators. My Patreon has grown recently, and I really appreciate that support. Frankly, I need it. I'm really afraid it might be some time before The Sims is exciting again. But I have a lot of ideas for the mod, and if you guys want it, I will keep working on this sucker. Thank you to everyone who has already done so. You are amazing.